Welcome to the vlog. I'm currently in Mallorca, first time being in Spain, and this time around I'm actually shooting for a hotel. I want to take you along with me and share a couple of things around pre-planning and delivering expectations when shooting for hotels and other brands. So let's give it a try. So step one in essentially working for hotels is you got to reach out to them. Unless you're someone with a lot of followers, they're probably not going to have you on the radar, especially if you don't have that kind of work in your portfolio, which was my case. I've only done some cinematic videos that are kind of related to travel, but nothing really hotel focused. So what I did is I reached out to as many brands as I could. I found the location I want to go to, which in our case was Mallorca, Spain. I found a bunch of hotels on booking.com, and then I just started going through one by one, looking up on Instagram what their socials are like. And then once you've narrowed down a list to, I would say, like 10 or maybe even 15, just craft a friendly message that asks if they're looking to work with content creators. I wouldn't go into too much depth. I wouldn't create like a proposal straight away because you're just going to waste your time, and a lot of them do say no. I think in my case, 4 probably just ignored me. The other 5 said no, and then one of them just said, yeah, email this guy at a company and see where that goes. So I would just keep it short and simple, and then once you get an email, that's when you can actually pitch your ideas. Which brings me on to the next point, which is crafting your proposal of work. Once you have established that first communication via email, I would say it's worth sending some kind of proposal, some kind of a pitch. I prefer doing it through Notion or even creating a dedicated PDF. And if you're thinking now, what do I even include in it? Some sections to kind of keep in mind is you have the intro, the brief description of the project, about you section with a little profile photo of you. Then I'd have a section for mood board, deliverables, and a rough timeline, as well as a cost if that is something that you're looking to get. And as I said, I haven't really done any hotel pieces before, so I just made sure that I link my cinematic travel vlogs, if you can call them that. And honestly, I was upfront about it. I said, look, I don't have a lot of experience in it, but I'm quite excited to add it to my portfolio, and I've done cinematic travel videos, so I'm hoping to capture our experience here and show it in a cinematic way. At the end of the day, all it takes is just one hotel to say yes. That's how I'm here right now. Okay, step number 2 is once you have your mood board and you've pitched your work and you've kind of agreed with it, is do some pre-planning. Put some time and effort into planning out your shoot and the content that you're going to create. I personally didn't want to go into it without a plan. I think it's a stupid idea, and don't get me wrong, you don't have to go all out either. Something simple does the job. I think first part of it is creating a mood board, some kind of a board that visually represents all your ideas and things that you want to recreate at a glance is perfect. And how you get to that point is really up to you. What works for me is Instagram. I love searching on the Explore page as well as the creators that I follow. Oftentimes the For You page, where I suppose what gets recommended to me is exactly the content that I'm looking for. And just save it, put it in a folder so that whenever you do need to come back to it, you know where to go and you can take screenshots, you can download them, and you can examine and learn from them. That's my process. And once you've kind of exhausted Instagram, you have other platforms as well, like FrameSet, you have ShotDeck. In fact, I'll probably show my mood board right now on a screen, and you can kind of see what my ideas were. And then once you have a mood board set, it's really up to you how you want to proceed with it. You can create a little shot list or even a schedule if you know exactly what you're going to do, or just keep it loose. We decided to just create a rough schedule for our week and put in the shot recreations we want to do, as well as any shot ideas, and kind of like a little to-do checklist, and that seemed to work. Once you have the mood board and schedule, as well as a shot list, I think the next part is kind of keeping your client aware of what you're doing. So maybe just giving them a rough plan of what you're going to do helps a lot, and it kind of eases their mind about the decision that they made. And with all those steps, I'd say you're pretty solid and ready to go on your vacation. Well, I suppose work, not really vacation. A little bit of change of scenery. We're now in the terrace that is in a room, and things are going great. It's a couple days in now, so I've kind of had the chance to see what it's like and create some content and actually kind of have a better idea of what it's looking like. But this brings me on to step number 3, which is be a nice person. In this day and age, I think what makes the biggest difference is being enthusiastic and being a nice person to talk to in the first place. And when you try to do work, just be an easy person to work with. You don't want to cause too many problems to the client, and you don't want to make it seem like it's a pain to work with you. So make sure you communicate clearly, you explain exactly what are deliverables and ask things that you need ahead of time, and be transparent about what you want, what you need, and what are you trying to get so that the client knows what to expect, and that will make the client want to work with you more often. And next time a project comes along, they will keep you in mind because they thought, Arthur was a cool guy to work with, or you for that matter. That's kind of the 3-step process. And then from here, the process is quite simple. Once I get back to the UK, I will try to deliver the videos as soon as possible. As I promised to deliver 1 video and 25 images, obviously that's what I'm aiming for. And a small little bonus tip that might work for you is try to over deliver what you promised. So just throw in like that extra piece of nugget for them. Not only that, but now that I've finally created content for a hotel, this goes onto my portfolio. So in the future, if I want to travel, want to visit any cool locations, I can hit up the hotels and offer my services. And now I have this as my past experience. And that's a wrap on how I created content for a hotel. I hope you liked this video. If you did, drop a like. And if you do have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm going to reply to them as soon as possible and try to go in as much detail as I can. And if I can't, then you can always reach me on Instagram or any other platforms. And yeah, I'm excited to start off my journey with this video. Hopefully it turned out nice and hopefully people resonate with it. Because I think 2024, even though it's like 6 or 7 months late, is the year I get my foot through the YouTube door, Yeah. I'll catch you later.